What is meditation? How science understands it in the 21st century. The 21st century, an age where humanity is surrounded by inventions once thought impossible. Self-driving cars, artificial intelligence, space travel, and the ability to connect with anyone, anywhere, with just a single tap. We can now track our heart rate through a smartwatch, receive alerts when our blood pressure rises, and even know exactly how many minutes of deep sleep we get each night. Yet, paradoxically, never before have humans been this stressed, anxious, and exhausted. According to the American Psychological Association, 2024, 72% of American adults report feeling stressed on a regular basis, and nearly 30% rely on sedatives or sleep aids. Depression, anxiety disorders, chronic insomnia, hypertension, obesity, and neurological dysfunctions are spreading like a silent pandemic across industrialized societies. People chase productivity and strive to optimize themselves, yet slowly lose the ability to listen to their own inner state. Life moves fast, notifications explode non-stop, emails never end, and the human brain, evolved to process information gradually and with focus, is now forced to function like a 24/7 multitasking machine. Neuroscientists call this digital stress, a state in which the brain can no longer distinguish between real danger and virtual pressure from information overload. Each time you read a negative headline, receive a work email at midnight, or scroll past hundreds of perfect lives on social media, your sympathetic nervous system activates as if you're facing real physical danger. Your heart races, cortisol spikes, breathing becomes shallow, and your entire body shifts into a fight or flight state. The problem is, this reaction was designed to last only a few minutes in nature to help humans survive. But in modern life, it happens for hours, even days, without pause. The body, meant to rest and repair, never gets the chance. That's why, even without physical labor, so many Americans feel chronically fatigued, mentally foggy, sleepless, and emotionally drained. And modern medicine has begun to ask, are we only treating symptoms while ignoring the root cause, the human mind itself? Recent studies from Harvard Medical School, Stanford University, Mayo Clinic, and the National Institutes of Health, NIH, have opened a new path forward. They point to an ancient practice, thousands of years old. Meditation, now scientifically recognized as one of the most powerful natural therapies for the nervous system and the mind. Brain imaging studies, fMRI, revealed that just 8 weeks of mindfulness meditation can increase gray matter density in the hippocampus, the region responsible for learning, memory, and emotional regulation. At the same time, the amygdala, the brain's fear and anxiety center, shows decreased activity, allowing practitioners to remain calmer and more balanced under stress. Dr. John Kabat-Zinn, founder of the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction (MBSR) program, has proven through over 40 years of research that meditation is not a religion, it's a science of awareness, helping human beings live consciously in each moment and heal from within. Today, hundreds of hospitals, universities, and therapy centers across the United States have integrated meditation into their treatment protocols. Harvard uses meditation to support cardiac patients. UCLA Mindful Awareness Research Center guides meditation for depression recovery. Stanford University studies meditation for trauma rehabilitation. But why can something as simple as sitting still and breathing transform the body's entire biology? Neuroscientists have found the answer. Meditation activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the state of rest, recovery, and natural self-healing. When you breathe slowly, consciously, and without judgment, your heart rate decreases, blood pressure stabilizes, stress hormones drop, and your body begins to regenerate energy. From a scientific perspective, meditation essentially resets your nervous system, much like restarting a frozen computer. Within minutes, the brain functions more efficiently, focus sharpens, creativity expands, and emotions become calmer and more stable. This is no longer theory or spiritual philosophy. Leading American corporations such as Google, Apple, General Mills, and Nike have woven meditation into their workplace culture. Morning mindful minutes help employees begin their day with focus and clarity. Internal studies at Google found that regular meditation practice increased decision-making accuracy by 37% and reduced burnout rates by 32%. Yet meditation is not merely medicine for the brain. It's a rejuvenating therapy for the heart and body. Clinical research consistently shows that regular meditation reduces the risk of heart disease, strengthens the immune system, and improves sleep quality. Those who meditate often describe their bodies as lighter, breathing deeper, and minds less reactive to stress. The beauty of it all? You don't need to quit your job, adopt a belief system, or travel to a distant retreat. All it takes is 5 to 10 minutes a day. Right where you are, sit still, breathe deeply, come back to your breath. That's the moment you return, the moment your mind and body reconnect, and the healing process begins. Humans in the 21st century do not lack technology or knowledge, they lack inner silence. In a noisy world, meditation is no longer a spiritual luxury. It's a biological necessity for a healthy, happy life. When your mind is too full, learn to empty it. When life moves too fast, learn to pause. And when the world is too loud, learn to listen to your own breath. If you asked an ancient Indian monk, "What is meditation?" he might smile gently and say, "Meditation is the art of returning to oneself." But if you asked a neuroscientist at Stanford or Harvard the same question, you might hear this instead. Meditation is a bioregulatory state in which brain activity, hormones, and the nervous system reach optimal balance. Though the language differs, both definitions point to the same essence. Meditation is the return to our natural human state, awareness, stability, and wholeness. Meditation through the lens of modern neuroscience. When researchers use fMRI, functional magnetic resonance imaging, to observe the brains of meditators, they find something extraordinary. The brain's electrical activity begins to change noticeably after just a few minutes of focused or mindful meditation. Specifically, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, focus, and self-control, becomes more active. Meanwhile, the amygdala, the center that processes negative emotions like fear, anger, and anxiety, shows a significant decrease in activity. In simple terms, meditation helps the brain react less and observe more. When the mind is no longer led by stress or fleeting emotions, people become calmer, clearer, and less impulsive. A Harvard Medical School study, 2018, revealed that after only 8 weeks of mindfulness meditation, gray matter density increases in the hippocampus, the brain region responsible for memory and learning. At the same time, the amygdala physically shrinks, showing improved regulation of stress responses. In other words, meditation is rewiring the brain, a process known as neuroplasticity. the brain's ability to rebuild and adapt. Science calls this phenomenon retraining the brain, teaching the brain not to be controlled by anxiety or stress. Meditation in the body, activating the natural healing mechanism. Each time you take a deep breath, anchor your awareness in the present, and release bodily tension. You activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural rest and digest mode. This state is the exact opposite of the fight or flight mode triggered by stress. In this mode, heart rate slows down, blood pressure decreases, breathing becomes deeper and more rhythmic. The body releases endorphins and oxytocin, the happiness hormones, that reduce pain and create relaxation. What's remarkable is that these responses are not metaphors or beliefs, they are measurable physiological effects. A Mayo Clinic study found that people who meditate daily have cortisol levels 20 to 25% lower on average than those who don't. Their bodies recover more quickly after stress, and their immune systems function more efficiently. That's why many physicians now describe meditation as a workout for the nervous system. If exercise strengthens the muscles, meditation strengthens the brain and the neural pathways that regulate calmness and resilience. Quantum science and meditation, when consciousness influences matter. A groundbreaking area of 21st century research is reshaping how we understand meditation, the impact of consciousness on biology. Studies in quantum biology suggest that human consciousness can influence the energetic state of cells. Research from the Harmath Institute, California, has shown that when people meditate on gratitude and compassion, the electromagnetic field emitted by the heart becomes more coherent and stable, positively affecting brainwave patterns. During meditation, the heart and brain, usually operating independently, begin to synchronize, a phenomenon known as heart-brain coherence. When this happens, individuals report feelings of inner peace, mental clarity, and improved decision-making across all aspects of life. This is no longer mystical belief, it's the convergence of neuroscience and modern physics, proving that meditation is not merely sitting still, but a sophisticated state of balance between mind, energy, and body. Real-world applications, from hospitals to corporations. In the United States, meditation has moved far beyond monasteries. It's now part of clinical medicine. Dr. Herbert Benson, Harvard, first coined the term, the relaxation response, to describe the biological opposite of stress, a state induced by meditation. Today, leading hospitals such as Mayo Clinic, UCLA Health, Cleveland Clinic, and Johns Hopkins include meditation programs for patients. Those battling heart disease, cancer, or depression are encouraged to practice mindfulness daily to reduce pain, boost immunity, and improve quality of life. One example is the Mindfulness for Cancer Survivors program at MD Anderson Cancer Center, Texas, where patients learn to breathe deeply, sense their bodies, and acknowledge emotions without judgment. Results show that over 60% of participants experience significant reductions in anxiety, depression, and pain within just 6 weeks. Beyond healthcare, meditation has become a competitive advantage in the corporate world. At Google, the Search Inside Yourself program, created by engineer Chad Ming Tan, teaches employees meditation to cultivate emotional intelligence and leadership skills. The outcome: higher productivity, more creativity, and dramatically lower turnover rates. Even the U.S. Marines have adopted mindfulness-based mind fitness training, MMFT, to help soldiers regulate stress reactions on the battlefield. Meditating soldiers show 35% higher psychological resilience, as well as reductions in insomnia and anxiety after deployment. All this evidence leads to one clear conclusion. Meditation is no longer a spiritual luxury. It is a scientifically validated tool for healing and balance in modern life. Meditation, the bridge between science and ancient wisdom. It's fascinating that modern science has finally arrived where Eastern sages have pointed for thousands of years. Everything begins in the mind. If stress, anger, and fear can make the body sick, then awareness, peace, and compassion can help it heal. Meditation requires no belief system, no religion, only experience. It allows us to silence the outer world long enough to hear the inner one. And in that stillness, scientists have discovered something profound. The human mind is not just a stream of thoughts, it is an energy capable of influencing the body itself. When Western medicine and Eastern meditation meet, we're no longer talking about religion or philosophy. We're talking about the biology of peace. Meditation is no longer mystical. It is the science of breath, awareness, and living fully in the present moment. One breath may not change the world, but it can change the entire world within you. Perhaps after reading about the benefits of meditation, you may find yourself asking, where should I begin? Do I have the patience to sit still? What should I do with all the thoughts that flood my mind when I close my eyes? Those are honest questions, and they are, in fact, the very beginning of meditation. Meditation doesn't require you to be calm by nature. It doesn't demand experience or unwavering belief. It simply asks that you be present, here, and now. Meditation is not about sitting still, it's about living mindfully. First, let go of the image of someone sitting cross-legged in silence for hours. Meditation, in its essence, isn't bound by posture or ritual. You can meditate while sitting, walking, washing dishes, or even sipping your morning coffee. The core of meditation is returning to the present moment, the ability to experience what is happening without judgment. When you breathe in and know, this is an inhale. When you eat and truly taste the flavors. When you listen to someone without rushing to respond, that is meditation. Scientists call this mindfulness, a state where the brain is in the right place. In this moment, the parasympathetic nervous system activates, the body relaxes, and consciousness returns to its natural rhythm. A simple 5-minute daily meditation practice. Below is a short practice recommended by major U.S. medical centers such as the UCLA Mindful Awareness Research Center and Mayo Clinic. Ideal for beginners. You don't need anything except a quiet space and a few minutes just for yourself. Step 1. Choose your space and posture. Sit somewhere quiet, a corner of your room, your backyard, or even your office. Keep your back straight, shoulders relaxed, and hands resting gently on your thighs. You may close your eyes, or leave them slightly open, gazing softly downward. You don't need to sit perfectly. Just sit comfortably, relaxed, but not slouched. Step 2. Notice your breath. Inhale gently through your nose, feeling the air move through your nostrils, chest, and down to your belly. Exhale slowly, sensing the air leaving your body as your abdomen softens. Don't try to control your breath, just observe it, like watching a wave flow in and out. Let your breath be natural, unforced, effortless. Step 3. Observe your thoughts. Within seconds, your mind will begin to wander. I have a meeting tomorrow at 9. What should I make for dinner? Am I doing this right? That's perfectly normal. When you notice you're thinking, don't fight the thought or follow it. Just smile gently and return to your breath. Each time you come back to the breath, you're training your brain, like exercising a muscle at the gym. One moment of distraction, one moment of return. That is meditation. Step 4. Sense your body. After a few minutes, bring your awareness to your body, your shoulders, back, arms, and legs. Notice if any area feels tight or sore. Simply observe, no need to fix or change anything. When you bring attention to your body, energy begins to flow freely, and your nervous system gradually relaxes. Step 5. End with gratitude. Before opening your eyes, take a deep breath and thank yourself for spending 5 minutes just for you. You might whisper, "I am here, and I am at peace." This isn't just a phrase. It's a gentle reconnection between your body and mind. Something many of us forget in our busy lives. Why 5 minutes is enough to change your day? Many people believe meditation takes hours, but science shows that even 5 to 10 minutes daily can make a real difference. A study at Carnegie Mellon University found that beginners who practiced just 10 minutes of meditation per day for 2 weeks experienced significantly reduced stress levels and 40% higher focus in complex cognitive tasks. So, start small. Meditation isn't a race. It's a journey back home. Meditation in everyday life. You can bring meditation into every moment, no cushion. No stillness required. Here are a few examples. While drinking your morning coffee, feel the warmth, smell the aroma, taste the bitterness and sweetness, without checking your phone. While walking, notice your feet touching the ground, listen to the sounds around you, and breathe rhythmically. While working, before sending an email, pause for 3 seconds, take a breath, and review your words. While talking with someone, listen deeply, not just to respond, but to understand. This is meditation in motion, mindfulness in action, what experts call the mindful lifestyle. When meditation becomes a habit, you'll feel the change. After just a few weeks of consistent practice, you may notice deeper, more restful sleep, less emotional reactivity to others' words, greater focus and creativity, a body that feels lighter, more relaxed, and safe from within. Science explains that regular meditation helps the brain form a neural pathway of calmness. Just like learning an instrument, the more you practice, the clearer the sound becomes. The more you meditate, the quieter the mind grows, and the deeper the healing reaches. You don't need to be a monk or retreat to a mountain temple. You can begin right here, today, in your own room, with just one conscious breath. Meditation doesn't change the world around you, but it changes the way you see it. And when your perception changes, everything else does, too. When the mind is at peace, everything is at peace. Thich Nhat Hanh. The final lesson. Peace is a trainable skill. In today's world, peace is no longer a luxury, it's a survival skill. Just as you exercise your body to stay fit, you meditate to keep your mind healthy. No one can meditate for you, just as no one can breathe for you. Each mindful breath is a step toward inner freedom. And along this journey, you'll discover health, happiness, and healing. All begin with a single breath. So take 5 minutes today. Sit down, breathe deeply, put your phone away, and listen to your own breath. Don't expect anything miraculous, because the true miracle is that you are fully present. And that's where meditation truly begins. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, like, and share it with your friends and loved ones, so we can grow in mindfulness together. Thank you.